Hello, welcome back to my channel, Ask MCT Chris. In today's session, we're going to create a modern Excel data entry form, and we're going to use Microsoft Forms in Excel. I hope you'll stay tuned, but before we start, let's watch my intro. So I have here my Microsoft 365 open, and what we're going to do is we're going to launch our Excel app, and we will create a blank workbook. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a data entry form for our Excel workbook. Like this is going to be a leave request. So we're going to rename our workbook to be leave request, and that will be stored in my OneDrive. And then I'm going to create now a data entry form. So we'll just go into the insert tab, and there is that forms in there. Choose the drop down and click on the new form, and the Microsoft Forms opened. This is the name of our workbook, leave request, and we can now add some questions in here. So the first question would be, we'll grab the name of the employee. So we'll call this employee name. If you wanted this to be a required field, make it a required field. We'll add another question. Let's make it as a choice, and we'll say type of leave, and we can have annual leave as the first option. The second option, we'll have it as a sick leave, and then we'll can choose in here maternity leave, and let's add another one, paternity leave, and then let's have an emergency leave. Or we can add one more, stress leave. Let's add another question. Let's say we'll have it as a date, as the start date, and then we will have also another date, which is an end date. If you wanted to preview your form, there's a preview here on the upper right hand corner, and you will see how your form would look like. You can also look at it in the mobile view. And going back, I wanted to also put in some themes in there so that it will look nicer. And there you go. So if you're happy with your formatting, what we can now do is we can go into the settings and then choose who can fill out this form. If you wanted this form to be filled out within your organization, then leave these settings to only people in my organization can respond. And one response per person if you wanted it to be one response per person. But if you wanted anyone to respond, you can choose anyone can respond. I'm going to leave the settings in its defaults. And then what we can do is we can now click on the collect responses, and this is where you can configure and send this form to your users. You can shorten the URL, you can copy the link, you can email the link, you can even create a QR code for it and embed it in your web pages. I'm just going to copy the link, just open another tab, and then paste the URL, and that's all good to go. Now, let's look at our Excel spreadsheet. And this is how it was created. It created a new tab called Form 1, and it has added, these are the default fields that are added, and on top of that, these are the questions that we have placed into our form that it has created a field. So that would be employee name, type of leave, start date, and end date. Now let's fill out the form. So I'm going to put in here my name. Let's say I am on annual leave, and then that will start tomorrow, and then that will be after a week. Submit that, and let's go back to our Excel form, and there you go. It has now populated our Excel spreadsheet. And there you go. That is how we use Microsoft Forms to create a data entry for our Excel workbook. I hope you've learned something from this session. If you like it, please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe for more tips and tricks from me. Thank you for watching.